With the Wake Up Newscast, I'm all about honoring and amplifying credible local journalism. Every story in every newscast credits and links back to the original source. Want to go deeper into any story? Just scroll down into the show notes to find the hyperlinked headlines. Okay, on with today's news. Wake up, Cincinnati! I'm Matt Peiken, and this is your local newscast for Tuesday, February 17th. Cincinnati's internal investigation into Police Chief Teresa Theetge is approaching a key deadline, with the city's contract with law firm FBT Gibbons set to expire February 28th. City Manager Cheryl Long placed Theetge on paid leave last October 20th amid growing criticism of how city leadership handled crime in the urban core. That pressure intensified following the stabbing death of an over-the-Rhine business owner and viral videos of a 4th Street brawl last summer. City leaders have largely declined to discuss the probe's status, and public records requests have not produced any reports. Assistant Chief Adam Henney remains interim chief. Read more about this at The Inquirer. Northern Kentucky's job growth is surging again, but local leaders say housing construction hasn't kept pace, threatening the region's ability to attract and keep workers. A new NKY housing fund aims to raise $25 million over 5 years to boost housing production, with $1.5 million already pledged and a companion NKY Home for All fund inviting smaller individual donations. The Northern Kentucky Area Development District says the region needs about 6,600 additional units over the next 5 years, with the biggest shortages in smaller, affordable rentals for working households. Read more about this at WVXU. The Cincinnati Zoo and Botanical Garden has chosen a local construction partner to manage the next wave of projects in its building pipeline. The zoo is entering a long-term agreement with Terex Development and Construction, starting with a new habitat for endangered Mexican gray wolves, work that has already begun. Terex is also slated to oversee future projects, including a larger giraffe habitat known as Giraffe Tower, new homes for black rhinos, and a children's playscape. Read more about this in the Cincinnati Business Courier. Cincinnati is moving toward a complete street redesign of 2 miles of Gilbert Avenue from Court Street downtown to Martin Luther King Drive east in Walnut Hills. Plans would reduce the corridor from 5 lanes to 3, add protected bike lanes connecting to regional trails, shorten pedestrian crossings, and upgrade pavement, signals, and bus stops. City Council voted unanimously to accept a $3.8 million federal grant through the Ohio Department of Transportation, clearing the way for construction expected later this year. The city will contribute about $950,000. Read more about this in the Cincinnati Business Courier. And Phil Castellini is taking full control of the Reds, shifting day-to-day leadership away from his father, Bob Castellini. The move follows Phil Castellini's appointment as team president in July of 2024 and formalizes a transition that has been underway for months. The younger Castellini's tenure has been marked by public missteps, including the widely criticized "where you gonna go" comment to fans on opening day of 2022, while the team has only reached the playoffs once since 2013. Still, Dad isn't going away completely. Bob Castellini is expected to remain visible, including at spring training. Read more about this at City Beat. Our free newsletter is a quick local news digest, essentially this newscast in written form. Subscribe at wakeupcincy.transistor.fm. You can also find us on Facebook and Instagram at wakeupcincy. And please share this podcast with your friends who care about this city. I'm Matt Peiken. Thanks so much for starting your weekdays with Wake Up Cincinnati.